Test, 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 testing, testing, testing. Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing on this Friday evening? Doing well, I hope. Just a short little, hey Kyubi, how you doing? Sorry I missed everybody on Tuesday, and I can't stay around too long tonight, but I wanted to do a quick test of a few things. Trying out my wife's laptop as a streaming engine tonight to see how stable that is. Hey, Summer Music, how you doing? And we're having some fun. Thank you, Kyubi. Good to hear the audio is working. The laptop is the newest machine in the house that either my wife or I, use. My son also has a gaming laptop, but I ain't messing with that. But this one is a lot newer than the Mac or the PC that I render on. So, but of course the built-in camera and these laptops are not very good. So I picked up the C920 by Logitech. And we're marrying it up with my wife's laptop to see what kind of a signal it can push up the pipe. So I thought we'd hang out here for a few minutes and see who's around and experiment with using the laptop. We're also listening for background hiss. Because I've got the laptop running right here, but it's pretty quiet. It's a pretty quiet machine. So this might be a nice little way to beat the app crashes that I've been having on my phone. But anyway, enough of that technical talk. Technical talk. How's everybody doing tonight? It strikes me as I look at myself in the OBS monitor that this frame with the full Yeti exposed and the light coming in from the side looks a lot like a guy's channel who shows up here in the chat sometime. I give 10 points. 10 points who can name the channel who I seem to be doing an homage to right now with this frame. Strained the Achilles at work the other day. That is no good. Did you strain it doing something that you're supposed to do as a part of your work? Or was it some sort of an accident? One of my wife's knees has been kinda kind of acting up on her lately. Nope, Keegan, it's not Dr. T, or at least that's not the example I was thinking of. Oh no. Stepping in a hole and rolling the ankle. Oh. The ankle turns were my absolute nemesis when I was trail running, and they've bothered me in my orienteering as well. No, it's not. Well, yes, you're right. Let's Find Out does do it on his live streams, but I'm talking about mainly a trigger guy who has this kind of a setup for his regular videos. In fact, I think he even shoots his videos with this very webcam, but he usually has stark lighting coming in from one side, or candles, if that's not too much of a giveaway. And he usually shows up on the Tuesday night streams to hang out. And I did a trigger collaboration with him once last year. Yeah, Kayubi, I definitely feel your pain. I have a notoriously weak or weaker right ankle, and I have rolled that. Cold got it right. Jared at Exploring with ASMR. This is very much what his standard frame setup looks like. I've rolled that right ankle so bad that I had bruising on the outside of that foot the next day, where the ligaments have where the shock stressed the ligaments so much that there was actual bruising through that area. Yeesh. I hope yours wasn't as bad as that, 'cause that sucks. Do I have a job? Yes, I have a job, and it's been stressing me out lately. Maybe that was another reason to get a half hour or 45 minutes in tonight with you all guys. I get the feeling that this setup doesn't flip the video like the phone does, so that the audio matches up with the picture. I get the feeling. Yeah, let me tell you, Kayubi, do not skimp on the physical therapy. The thing with, well, and I'm sorry if you already know this, you might have had ankle injuries in the past, but the thing about an ankle injury is that you have to actively rehab it. If you want any chance of getting the ankle back to the strength that it was before. Meaning, if you injure it like that and then you don't do anything extra, you just kind of let it heal on its own, it will be weaker than it was before. And then that means it's more prone to re-injury. So they're going to give you all sorts of, balancing exercises, and, you stand on one foot on like a carpet or a squishy surface, and, you hold the position until you really feel the muscles burning up the side of your calf. Don't skimp on that stuff. But I'm not the boss of you, so. Hey, I think I'm going to be doing another watch video in the not too distant future. You guys have probably seen all over YouTube people doing videos for those watches with the wooden cases. It's made by that company called Jord, Jord. You see them on ASMR channels. You see them on lifestyle channels. You see them on vlogs. You see them on. They're actually really. I mean, whatever you think of their actual products, they're very shrewd. That company. They're doing a really good job of kind of penetrating with their giveaways that they do on the YouTube channels. Very interesting the way they kind of network out and, do that kind of stuff. And then every channel that they contact does a slightly different take or a slightly different flavor of a video to show off the piece. Then there's a giveaway where they you have a contest and you can click on a link and maybe get $100 off one of their watches or something like that. You guys have probably seen that around. Yeah, they contacted me earlier this week and asked if I wanted to do one of those giveaways too. Hey there, Cold Hunter, what's up? We're just testing some gear tonight. So I'll have a watch coming in the mail before too long. I've been thinking about how I want to do that. Hey, Starfish Savvy, how are you tonight? Is the webcam cutting it there, Cold Hunter? This is not a bad setup, and hopefully more stable than the. What gear am I testing out tonight? I bought this new C920 webcam, and I've got it connected to my wife's ASUS VivoBook laptop. It's the first time I've used both of these for streaming purposes, and it seems pretty solid. I'm in a different part of the house as well. This is the little desk where the family paperwork gets taken care of. Bills get written and such. Jared from Exploring with ASMR is here. Jared, did you just tune into the stream? And there's a reason I'm asking that. Yeah, sorry about that, Jared. Tuesday ended up being a bad night. I was telling everybody in the stream that I think I'm testing out some stuff tonight, but this setup I think looks a lot like your videos with the Yeti in full view and the stark light coming in from the side and stuff. Looks like your stuff, doesn't it? Yeah, if I had one of those, community tabs on my page, it would be easier to let everybody know if I am or am not streaming on a Tuesday. Watching my own. Well, I don't do the straight up triggers as good as you do, Jared, but I appreciate that. Of course, this whole side of the microphone is in shadow. I would have this other light that I'm reaching for right now on, but it's got a buzzy transformer in it and makes the whole, it vibrates into the desk when I have it on, so I had to kill it. Hey Arbiter, how you doing? We're just hanging out for a few minutes, testing out some stuff. I hope everybody's doing all right on this Friday. I hope you've had a strong week, a positive week. Yep, you're right, Colt, and here he is. I told you. You shoot your videos, Jared, don't you, with the 920? For some reason, I thought that's true. Is that right? Out of Body Pickle. That's a great username there. You're very welcome. Yeah, the video seems pretty strong from the OBS window I'm looking at. I'm not monitoring on YouTube right now. The 920, yeah, you shoot your normal stuff with that. It's plenty strong. Hey Starfish, we're having all sorts of fun experimenting with new setups here lately. CSRT4 ever welcome. I'm a big proponent of phone use for ASMR, Starfish. Nearly every video on my channel has been shot with a phone. And I'm also a big fan of phone streaming setups. And almost all of my streams have been done with the phone, except here lately I've been having problems with apps crashing, so I've been getting back to a more traditional PC based setup just so I can have a little more stability in the streams and not have to worry that they're going to cut out on me at random times. So that's what I'm doing tonight. Laptop seems to have yellowish lighting. What do you mean by that, Starfish? You're saying when you do videos? When you shoot videos with the built-in camera on your laptop, the lighting seems to be yellowish. Is that what you're saying? But the phone looks okay? That wouldn't surprise me. I mean, the built-in cameras in most laptops are pretty low. I mean, they're just, meant to be kind of serviceable devices for video calls and stuff like that. They're not really meant to be HD or anything like that. And so, the other part of them is they're probably not going to be that light sensitive. So you need a ton of light in the room to probably, get the white balance to come out right. When I try filming with my phone using the YouTube filming tool, it works fine, but then suddenly there'll be a little hiccup and the video and audio desync. Wow. Yeah, Starfish, it's nearly guaranteed that the optics and the sensors of the cameras in your phone are way, way, way better than whatever is built into your laptop. That's pretty much a guarantee. So Kyubi, you film with the YouTube tool, and then when you go back and look at the file that you recorded, there will be a glitch at some point, and then there's a sync problem. And that's all happening within the one file, huh? That is weird. Well, not only am I a proponent of using phone for this kind of stuff, I'm also a proponent of finding camera and, video taking apps that are better than the ones that are built into your devices. So I use Filmic Pro. That's Filmic Pro on the iPhone 6S Plus to shoot everything, and I can definitely recommend that app as well. It's very easy to adjust and lock white balance with that app. It also has separate exposure and focus reticles so that you can set your exposure from one part of the frame by dragging the reticle there, but then set your focus on a completely different part of the frame by dragging the focus reticle there. So if anybody's looking for a better app for your phone to shoot video, I can recommend Filmic Pro. Yeah, the Logitech is definitely stronger in low light conditions than the built-in cameras. Like how dark so much of this frame is, but at least what I can see, we're not picking up a lot of grain or noise, and yeah, that's dope. of good wisdom on this little canvas thing. Yeah, I totally understand where you're coming from, Arbiter. That's the thing about the subjectivity of ASMR triggers, right? I know for me, if I'm in the right mood, seeing visual patterns and movements and motion along with the audio can really amplify the experience. Like Dimitri Massage ASMR and Sensor Addy from Poland. I've tried listening to just the audio of those guys and then also listening and watching, and there's something about their manner, just the way they kind of conduct themselves, that just adds to the experience for me if I'm in the right frame to accept that. It's decaf math, complete with math nook. How you doing? She's got a math nook and she knows how to use it, so. Oh gosh, you're absolutely right, Cordelia. Did you see that she finally put up a new video this past week? A little life update and then some Reiki. Yeah, it's good to have her back. She's downright hypnotizing with what she does. Uncle Gas. I don't know if that's what we're settling on. Oh, Jared, if you like the Reiki, the hand movements and stuff, you absolutely have to go to Cordelia Charter's channel and watch every single thing she's got. No, don't start. I'm not signing off on Uncle Gas. Sorry. Papa Lamp. Papa Lamp. I like that better. Papa Lamp sounds like an old blues artist or something like that. Papa Lamp. Uncle Gas is that one uncle that nobody likes to be around at Thanksgiving. Just saying. But yeah, long story short, I think I got derailed when I was talking about that. But yeah, the Jord folks contacted me this week, so we're gonna get a Jord giveaway, $100 giveaway going on, and I think I'm gonna do a watch comparison video. So I'm not gonna do a video where we're just talking about the Jord the whole time. I'm gonna have the Jord, and it's gonna be one of their mechanicals. And we're going to have, I'm going to bring back some of the antique mechanicals that we've shown before, and then some of the modern wristwatches, and we'll have the Jord in there too. And we'll kind of talk about the mechanical aspect and tie that in as a kind of an evolutionary thing, looking at the old mechanicals and seeing how that kind of ties into what Jord is doing. And then we'll compare it with the modern chronographs and look at the size and how it wears on the wrist and see how successfully they, use wood as an architectural, a design element of the watch, how well they, kind of marry the wood and the metal elements and compare that to modern, just regular chronographs that you've seen before, and kind of compare and contrast. I think that's what we're going to do. I'm not sure how to say your username, Gile. I don't know if that's Guile would have a U in it. I don't know if it's Gile, Gilly, Gill with a silent E. I apologize. I don't mean to butcher it. I'm interested to know if Jord and their watches are actually that good. Sorry about that. That was the chair. See, that's the... to be honest, that is an aspect that I'm kind of going to stay away from. And the reason I say that is, well, first of all, there's plenty of other, review sources out there that a person can go to if, if you're looking to get an assessment of performance and value, meaning, how much watch you're getting for the money and whether that's a good deal or not. I'm not really interested in that, frankly, because, well, first of all, it's subjective, right? Everybody has to make their own decision about that. But, the other thing is that, if you're a fan of timepieces, in the first place, you probably have more than one watch anyway, because you want different watches for different settings or, clothing colors or events or what have you. And so what I'm saying is we don't need every individual watch to be an everything watch, right? It's okay for a watch to be good at one thing. And, there's a bunch of different price points, just as there were back in the antique days, right? You could buy a 7-jewel watch and put it with a really nice case because you care about the case more than the watch, more than the movement. Or you could buy a 17 or a 19 or 21 or 23 jewel watch when the performance and the accuracy of the movement was the most important thing, and everything in between. And that's true today as well. Companies make small mechanical movements for use in watches, and the movements that you're going to have in a Patek Philippe or a Rolex or an Omega Speedmaster are going to be top of the line, and then they go down from there, right? So you can't expect that same kind of precision and quality in a $100 mechanical watch. So I really, trying to think of how I can add the most value in a video that I might do and keep it consistent with the themes of the channel. I apologize, I'm rambling. I've been thinking a lot about this lately. I don't want to try to do a bottoms-up product review of the watch. We like to tinker here. We like to talk about nostalgia and how certain modern things are informed by the past that they draw from and stuff like that. And And I'd really like to kind of focus on those aspects a little bit more. And then, you know, if people want to know more or they want to throw their name in the hat to try to get $100 off a watch, you know, I would encourage them to do that. I think the big thing about a Jord, you know, frankly, it's not about whether it's accurate to, you know, 3 seconds a day or 30 seconds a day or 3 minutes a day. You know, you're buying a watch that's using wood as a design element, and you're not going to do that unless you're buying it to be a statement piece, right? So you're not buying it to be a general all-purpose beater watch. You're basically buying it because when you put it on, you know, you're making a statement, whatever you feel that statement is. So that's why I think it'll be fun to, you know, rather than just focus on it, I want to see it in the context of other watches and kind of see how it would seem in a collection, if you will, as part of a toolbox of watches. Sorry, I'm rambling. I think everybody left because nobody's saying anything now. Thanks, Cold Hunter. Thanks, Kyubi. I hope it's a fresh take. Because you're right. Who said it? Yeah, Cold Hunter. You said you've seen at least 3 artists doing Jord giveaways. If you actually search ASMR and Jord, you'll find a lot more than 3. It's but you know, I don't mind. I think they're interesting pieces, and you know, $100 off is $100 off. That's you know, I don't you know, and people are, and the artists like me are perfectly free to, you know, either accept or politely decline the invitation to do a giveaway, and I wouldn't do it at all if I didn't think, if it didn't have, I mean, you know, my top viewed videos are maps and watches, right? So it's not like it's a new concept for the channel. I like watches. You guys seem to like them. We like videos about them. So it just seemed like a good fit. It's better than the emails I've gotten on hair care products or personal heaters. Coming from people who have obviously never seen 3 seconds of one of my videos. Why are they targeting ASM artists? Well, I would say that, yeah, hair care. Now, if it was beard care, see, if they actually watched one of my streams, they know I might be able to get behind some beard care products, but no. Well, you know, when you think about ASMR and the kind of mood that it creates, and you think about unboxings and things like that, I mean, and you think about show and tells, and you think about tinkering, and you think about hand movements. I think ASMR as a presentation style is very well suited for showing off small things and in a contemplative, presenting things in a calm and contemplative way. I think that's frankly a nice change of pace from the way a lot of promotional videos are edited these days, with the smash cuts and cutting out every little second of space between sentences so you can just cram in as many words as possible in 30 seconds. I think I think it's a great. I think it's a nice way to present a topic. It's a nice way to present an item. You know, I think it kind of forces the viewer to digest the information at a slower rate. And I think if you're a company that makes watches and you're doing something interesting or different, like using wood, you know, you want people to slow down and say, "Hey, take a look at this thing." You know, so I think it works. Slight sounds in the house. How are you, Slight Sounds? ASMR commenter in the chat. Hello. Cold Hunter's asking how many people do really use mechanical watches. Yeah, that's a great question. I bet the answer is more than you think. I've never owned a mechanical wrist watch before, but if I owned one, I would absolutely wear it. I've got the 3 chronographs that I showed off in that one video. You know, and the black one of those 3, I mean, the main reason I got that particular watch is because I wanted one that reminded me of a black dialed Omega Speedmaster, which is the style of mechanical watch they took to the moon on the Apollo missions. Doing well, Slight Sounds. We missed our Tuesday stream, so I'm just on here for about an hour or so doing some equipment testing and talking about Jord and anything anybody wants to talk about, of course. Oh, Arbiter, I gotta read this. My son is in high school and considered a bit odd by his comrades because he uses a pocket watch and not his phone. That is the best thing I've read all night. So does he use a chain? Does he use the actual watch pocket in his pair of jeans and use a little chain to clip onto the belt loop? I think that's fantastic. I've done that exact thing. In fact, one of the video ideas that's been on my list for a long time is to do a video with a pocket watch and a cell phone in the frame and kind of muse on, you know, the days when a pocket watch was an example of a daily carry item, and the job that it would do, that we would depend on it for, and now the cell phone as the modern day replacement of that daily carry item and what it does, and kind of compare and contrast those things. And it was inspired by some years ago, my wife and I went to a Pokey Lafarge show. And I'll let you look him up if you didn't see him on my second album video. He's got a very retro, you know, kind of style, throwing back to like the 1920s or 30s. And I went to a show of his, and I wore my pocket watch, you know, with the chain like you just described. But I also had my cell phone with me, and it struck me as beautifully anachronistic in that moment that I was carrying, you know, a pocket watch and using it from the 1920s or whatever at the same time that I'm carrying my modern day cell phone. And I just thought that was there was just a fantastic duality to that somehow that I wanted to talk about in a video. And that idea has been on my list for over 2 years now, and I haven't gotten around to it yet. But I love that your son is doing that. Well, go get a pocket watch. In fact, I've got a quartz movement pocket watch that I might use as one of my examples in that video, actually, the Jord video. That might be a good idea. I think the watch they're sending me is called the Dover. It's one of 3 mechanical men's designs that they have. And, there's a crystal on the front and the back. And they use a skeleton style mechanical movement so you can look right through it. You can hold it up to the light and see light right through the watch, through the movement. So that'll be cool. And when you talk about a Jord as a statement piece, I think pocket watches, anybody who uses a pocket watch in the modern day, that's a statement piece too, whether it's mechanical or quartz. Just a great homage. Well, I think I'm pleased with this setup. I'm going to have to compare this stream to some of the phone streams to see if they're comparable. Papa Lamp. You do get beard products. A beard that refuses to grow. Do you have a... Yeah, slight sounds. I think the Dover is the one they asked me to do a video for. If that's what you were asking. Oh. Yes, I'm using the new... Oh, yes. God, I'm dense. I'm sorry. Yes, this. This is the box. This is the webcam I'm using right now, the C920 Pro. So, Cold Hunter, do you have a problem growing a beard? And I'm curious, what's the longest amount of time that you've tried growing? All the movements that are associated with taking it out, opening it. Yes, I'm a big fan of the kind of the ritual, yes, just what you said. Everything that's kind of associated with the handling of a watch, because it's so much more intentional and deliberate, right? I mean, even a wristwatch, it's always there, right? So you can check it very, very quickly and easily, almost as an afterthought. But with a pocket watch, especially one that's in a hunter case, which is the case with the door and the latch, you've got to get it out, sometimes you'll use both hands with the hunter case because you'll hold it in this hand, kind of hit the latch and kind of guide the door open with the other hand. Take a look at it, and you usually use 2 hands to close it up again, and you push the latch when you're closing the door so that you don't snap it shut, right? Because that wears away. It's not good for it. So yeah, you push your latch close and close the door and then let go. So it's there's stuff involved, you know. Yeah, I love all of that. Yeah, slide sounds. You know, I've seen this webcam used a lot in ASMR and in general, you know, gaming streamers and stuff like that. And I was looking for something to pair with my wife's laptop to have a non-phone based streaming setup that I can use because I've been having those app crashing problems with the phone lately. Only 19, but the most I've tried to roughly 8 to 9 months. Well, that is a long time. You'll be happy to know, though, that even though it may not give you what you're looking for now in terms of coverage and density, that does change over the years. So it may not be what you want at 19, but at 25, 30, 35, you may find that the growth patterns change. So don't give up for life. Revisit it every few years and see what you think. The Modernist Colorist. Hey guys, I'm not sure how many people are in the chat right now, but of course, we've got several great ASMR creators in the chat, and I encourage you to check them all out. But do check out our friend, the Modernist Colorist. He's, well, I hesitate to, I'm not an expert on these things, but it's an art channel, a drawing channel, and great manner, great delivery, and great artistic content, great reviews of neat I'm digging myself into a hole here. I've watched the content, but I've not tried to describe it before. But thank you for being here. Do check him out. Arbiter is 40 and can't grow a proper beard. Well, okay. So you got me. Sometimes there's no escaping genetics. Well, good luck, Cold Hunter. Never gone for more than a couple of weeks. The magic number that they recommend is 13 weeks. They really recommend that if you're really giving it a good shot and you want to have a good sense of what the coverage and density is going to be like, give it 13 weeks. And that's because, because of density and coverage issues, sometimes things that look patchy early on even out when the length comes in and it starts filling in the gaps. So, I think a lot of guys give up too early because the early indication is that, oh, this is going to be a patchy mess. But beard journeys teach us a lot about patience. They teach us a lot about just putting one foot in front of another on a journey, even though we don't know what the destination is going to look like, and just seeing what happens. I'm finding the 920 strong so far. I mean, certainly a vast improvement over the built-in camera in this laptop that I'm using. The thing I'm going to be most curious about is how it compares on playback to the videos I've done on my phone with the various apps. Thanks, Starfish. Thanks for being here. But this laptop is seems to be pushing the frames up the pipe with no trouble. These look like a very old doormat since its last hour arriving and decided to die there. Well, that's one look. Arbiter. Our Dizzle is in the chat. Just in time for the end. I find that I'm favoring this one side because that's where the light is. I'll next time I do this, with this setup, King Cow is here also. Hey, how's it going? Next time I'll balance the light out a little better because I don't want to completely rip off exploring with ASMR. Hey Decaf, are you gaming tonight? You in the mood for any Hearthstone later? Sorry, Ardizzle, I know. I couldn't make it on Tuesday. Because I'll probably fire up the Hearthstone machine after I wrap this stream up if you want to kick my butt some more. You guys are too smooth. You guys in the chat are smooth. I am not smooth. I am anti-smooth. I wish I was smooth. Hearthstone ASMR video. I was going to do that with indie ASMR, but he never got back with me and added me to his friends list. The machine that I play Hearthstone on is not going to be a good machine to try to do a gaming vid on. I will tell you that. Maybe I have to install Hearthstone on my wife's laptop too, and then I'll slowly start using it for more and more ASMR stuff, and then I'll just have to take the whole thing over, and then she won't have a laptop anymore. You know, speaking of that, I think this is a good time to wrap it up because I just realized my wife, I think, is supposed to be somewhere and she hasn't left the house. I got to check on her. But yes, definitely, I would love to get some Hearthstone videos between ASM artists going. That would be awesome. I don't know if Decaf, I don't know if you can do gaming videos on your computer. We could get something happening. No problem, Ardizzle. I understand. It serves me right for not being there Tuesday. Yeah, I need to make sure she's alive. I'll try to be on Tuesday again, okay? Sorry about that. Okay, everybody. Let's see. Yep, that's about an hour. That'll be good. Thanks for helping me check out this equipment. and I will do my best to be here on Tuesday night. Okay. So you guys take care, and we will see you all next time. Thanks very much for being here. We'll see you soon.